Kolkata, and maybe some other people might know that Bose Institute was established in 1917 by Acharya Jagadish Chandra Bose. And the main objective of the institute is to development of science and dissemination of knowledge as laid down by founder J.C. Bose. From 1917, when he started this institute, he has already sort of completed his work on millimeter waves and radio, and then he has come to use his physics understanding to the life sciences. So he started working on plant physiology and biophysics. And when he established the institute in 1917, he started with the idea of sort of interdisciplinary science or multidisciplinary. And so he opened the institute in a multidisciplinary mode. And we had this physics, chemistry, biology, all these things department at 1917. And then slowly the institute developed from then onwards. And in those early days, after J.C. Bose came D.M. Bose, his nephew, and he was also a very good physicist. He pioneered the work of nuclear physics and radioactivity in India, and along with that cosmic rays. So he and Biva Chaudhuri, his student, did some really pioneering work on cosmic ray physics in those days. And they have this idea of developing the instruments with their own hand. They used to develop these cloud chambers, and of course they were using at those times photographic plates. And they did experiments in all the high altitude places. You know, as you go up, cosmic ray flux increases, so your chance of your probability of getting or detecting particles becomes better. So they did experiments in places like Darjeeling, in Sandakphu, in the Farizong. It's high altitude. So from there onwards, the institute developed in different departments, for example, microbiology and others. And in today, we have this departments, almost 8 departments covering all the areas of biology, some areas of physics, and of course, the atmospheric science. So our main campus is Rajabazar. That's where we started our journey. And then we moved over, had a academic campus in Kakurgachi, and now here all the faculties have moved into this unified academic campus. So as I said once again, I welcome you all in this campus, and I hope all of you will enjoy this program on cryptography. It's extremely important from today's point of view, and I hope despite some of you having World Cup hangover, you will be able to enjoy this program in the fully. So thank you, Professor.
Now let me request Professor Shobhashji Bhattacharya to address the gathering.
Hello. Good morning, everyone, and Dr. Chatterjee, good evening to you in New York. And I welcome all of you to Indocrypt 23, and congratulations on having survived an extraordinary set of quarterfinals of the World Cup. And it's a testimony to your commitment to your subject that in spite of those late night games, you are here to learn about cryptology. Let me take this opportunity to give you a little background of this program and where we as TCG come in. It's an international cryptography conference held each December, has been doing so for since 2000. So this is the 23rd version. And since 2003, it's being organized by the Cryptology Research Society of India in association with the Indian Institute organization. The first conference was held in Kolkata and was organized by none other than our good friend, Professor Bimal Kumar Roy of Indian Statistical Institute. But this year, our organization, TCG Crest, is also part of the organization. And Professor Roy and my colleague Joydeep Bhattacharya, who is sitting here, are the general co-chairs of the conference, where Professor Shantanu Sarkar of IIT Madras and Professor Takanori Yosobe from the University of Hyogo. They will serve as the program co-chairs on the dais. Now, I ought to take this opportunity to first thank the Bose Institute. It's named after Jagadish Chandra Bose, arguably the greatest scientist of modern times in our country. And it's a great honor for us to have this conference in an organization that's named after this great scientist. Our Chatterjee Group Centers of Research, Education in Science and Technology, in short TCG CREST, is participating in this event since last year. This is our new venture. And this organization this year did take up the responsibility quite early with a very able team of researchers and academic administrators. However, please do not hesitate to point out any shortcomings that you noticed during the organization of this conference, so that next time we can improve upon our performance this year. Now, this conference has two primary objectives. One is to provide an international platform for presenting high-quality research, and and other is to stimulate cryptology research, especially in India. I'll come back to that in a minute. The focus of the conference includes works on foundation in both classical and quantum frameworks, new primitives, cryptanalysis, security models, implementation aspects, protocols and applications in cryptology. Besides this, cryptographic aspects of network security, complexity theory, information theory, coding theory, number theory, and quantum computing are also considered. That's quite a mouthful. The conference proceedings, however, will also be published by Springer in the lecture notes in computer science series. We, on behalf of the organizer, I thank all the authors who have submitted their research work to Indocrypt. As I understand, due to huge competition and strict reviewing process, the program committee was unable to accept all papers that were presented. They will tell us a little bit more about the process and the selection criteria. I'm delighted as part of TCG CREST to be a part of such an outstanding international event, and I look forward to our increased involvement in the years to come. And I'm certain that these 4 days of deliberations will proceed a long way in collaborating, networking, and finding solutions to complex problems experienced by the society. Now, this was given to me in writing, and I can't help but adding 1 or 2 anecdotes. For those of you who are not in Calcutta, Calcutta has a rather interesting history in its involvement in cryptography, even before the subject was perhaps, appeared in its modern version. In this city, 2 major scripts, one is called Brahmi and the other is called Kharoshti, were decrypted during the British days. And this was a major achievement in those years of decryption. And the third one, which remains a challenge, and I keep needling Bimal, when is it that we are going to get Harappan script decrypted without encrypting it even more? So hopefully one of these days we'll see that happen. So with that, I thank all of you again for being here and looking forward to a very exciting conference ahead. Thank you very much.
Now let me invite Dr. Purnendra Chatterjee to address the gathering for a few minutes. Purnendra, please.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome all the participants to this 23rd International Conference, Indocrypt, in Calcutta. I wish I was personally there to be participant in these deliberations, but I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I also take this opportunity to congratulate all the participants and the people whose papers have been accepted for publications. Conference like this is very core to developing this field, which Professor Bhattacharya has enumerated, the field of cryptology that involves both classical and quantum cryptology and its various applications, theory, as well as practical implementation challenges. Cryptology is to protect the data. And as you all know, the data is becoming more and more important to the modern society. Data is the source of wealth for the companies, wealth for some of the individuals, but protection of the data is a big social challenge. And we at CREST look at big social problems as the areas where research is needed. And CREST's mission is to focus on these big social challenges and apply, in this case, mathematics, physics, and various other disciplines to make sure data is protected, and particularly IP and other data that is extremely valuable, and that protection is very, very important. We like to do this in CREST by deep collaboration, and I hope the participants find not only new friends, new connections, but also new problems to solve and interact over time with industry, whether it be in the finance or healthcare or in the government sectors, including defense, to find problems, because rich problems come sometimes from the applications. So I hope you interact, and the interaction has already started over the last 23 years of these conferences, but you solidify it in this and essentially get deeper collaborations. And that's where CREST can come in and help in catalyzing multi-institutes, multi-centric global collaborations, and managing large projects, large collaborative projects is going to be one of our differentiating capabilities at CREST. So with that, I hope you all have a very exciting time next few days, or 11th, 12th, today, tomorrow, and day after, and make friends and make deep collaborative networks and find new problems to solve. I take this opportunity to thank Bose Institute, as well as Indian Statistical Institute and R.C. Bose Centers of Cryptology, and Cryptology and Security. Thank you all, and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Chatterjee. So our inauguration program is done. I'm not done. Okay, sorry. So, however, we want to thank the guest of honors by presenting a bouquet on behalf of the organizers. So I'm requesting Shohini to present the bouquet to Professor Shobbasachী Bhattacharya. Professor Sanjay Ghosh. Professor Takanori Ishobe. Professor Shantanu Sarkar. Professor Bimal Roy. And finally, in this virtual world, we send our virtual respect and bouquet to Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee. Thank you, Dr. Chatterjee.
Thank you.
Now let me request the program co-chairs to come here and just brief about the program.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Takanori Isobe from University of Hyogo in Japan. I'm very happy and honored to be program co-chair with Santan for this wonderful event. In this year, we have a lot of nice paper and great and excellent tutorial and invited talk. I hope all of you enjoy Indocrypt and come up with a new idea by this event. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Shantanu Sarkar from IIT Madras, and I am also one of the program co-chairs. This time we have initially 88 submissions, but after many of that submissions were not anonymous, and also some of the authors also withdrew their paper before final deadline. So finally, we reviewed 74 papers, and out of the 74, we selected 31 papers. It was long process, 3 weeks review process, and after that 2 weeks discussion process. We have 52 program committee members, and apart from that 52 program committee members, we have 64 external reviewers. So I would like to thank everybody because only 4 of them we have selected best 31 papers, and yeah, that's all. Thank you. So initial that 88 submissions were from 30 different countries, and final, the selected papers, 31 papers are from 17 different countries. Yeah, that's.
So that's make it truly international. Now I have the pleasure of offering a vote of thanks for this conference. My first thanks goes to Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, the chairman of the TC group, who is the father figure for all of us. Then Subhashai Bhattacharya, TCG Crest director. He has been always very supportive and very positive, I would say. Then comes to Bose Institute, the director Uday Bandyopadhyay and the dean Sanjay Ghosh, who are also co-host with us, but they have actually given us the real help by providing this complete infrastructure, this hall, the dining space, the lobby, and so on. So without that, our life would have been much more difficult. So thank you, Professor Ghosh. And my thanks to the program co-chairs, Takanori and Shantanu, who have actually carried out the most of the important academic work. And then I must thank the TC Crest team led by Jaydeep Bhattacharya, then Shomoji, Tanubrato, Anangshu, Sohini, Gautam, and the entire team, Niranjan, and so on and so forth. And lastly, my student, now colleague, Shuhoi Moitro, without whose support this wouldn't have been possible. And thanks to all the participants. Unless you were there, the program is not successful. Thank you. So I think we are getting over, so we'll have a tea break now. So we have changed the schedule a little bit, and then 10:30 we start the sessions.
ঠিক আছে না? আমার দেখা যাচ্ছে কেমন দেখে
Thank you.
হ্যাঁ, এবার ভালো লাগছে না?